When you're a child, you start to learn right away what is expected of you. You're meeting expectations of when to start talking, walking, even behaving more maturely, whatever definition of mature you've been taught. You learn then about what makes you feel like you're on track with this and what doesn't, and you take in the impact of that. As you get older and start to awaken more to your soul, but also what your heart really feels and wants, the pain starts to set in. The pain of feeling like you don't belong and maybe never have. A feeling like you simply cannot win, no matter what you do or don't do. Parts of you form to deal with this and find a way to be in the world, but you still can't reconcile your differences. Those aspects of who you are that seem to set you apart from everyone else. In some cases, you may start becoming therapized, as the only way that your 3D conditioned parents or authority figures feel they can help you. You may be put on medication that numbs and dulls your natural ability to feel. Even the anxiety and depression you've experienced, which is held by parts of you that are hurting and also feeling on their radar a sense that they really aren't safe in this conditioning and aren't being loved the way they need and deserve to be. You now see yourself as the black sheep of the family, but also of the culture you've been raised in. You may even feel this with your friends or coworkers. I know I have. In my recent process, I was working with a part of me that always felt like she was the black sheep. We had to go into a scene together where she could line up her birth family members and feel the lingering judgments and criticisms, the messages of "you'll never make it on your own," which may not have been directly said, but were energized. Together, we could start to feel their higher selves in the room too. And their higher selves offered that this wasn't actually about what it seemed to be about. It wasn't about me, or this part of me being a, quote, failure. Though in a 3D sense, it'd be pretty easy to see it that way. It was actually about a wonder they have at the conditioning I've been able to say no to, the risks I've said yes to, and the trust I have more and more in my life, even the challenges that sometimes feel like mountains to climb. In this, I found compassion for them, even though I still hold a boundary. In this, I found a way to truly see and honor myself and my own journey, as well as seeing the sacredness of their own. In this, I could feel how this theme of not belonging and being looked down on somehow has played out in all of my relationships in one way or another, even with my soul family and my recent marriage too. And in this, I could feel how just about every single one of us who has been on an awakening and healing journey has felt like some form of the black sheep and played out this theme countless times, often with angst and restlessness and even suicidal feelings. On the other side of this process, I could bring this part of me into a new form other than the black sheep. She was able to shake off the black, and the sheep suit came off too. She turned into a young lioness, full of power and presence, yet with heart and vulnerability. She is finding a new home inside of me, where she can truly belong and be seen and loved for who she is, even in those times where she is being shown something not so easy to see or feel about herself. You've been taught to look outside of you for validation and even for connection to divine love. You've been conditioned to believe that you're always supposed to achieve and succeed, even though the goalposts keep moving. This happens in 3D and also 4D in different spiritual groups too, where your black sheep feelings can become amplified instead of deeply felt, often in the form of tough love, which is really just outright abuse. The feelings of not belonging can be healed as the parts of you begin to unify, one by one, with each other and with you. Love is the glue that brings your heart and soul back together again to wholeness within that can no longer be severed. Love is the juice that catalyzes the transformation from within. Yours is the love your lost and world-weary parts most need to feel to remove their own sheep suits, for they were never meant to be sheep. They were meant to be lions. Much love.